I became more confident once I started doing this. So, confidence, I learned that it is built through the actions that you take. Confidence is not just a given. You have to build up your confidence. And yes, this does require you to be uncomfortable. This requires you to go up to people when you're scared of talking to people and talk to them. This requires self-discipline. I quickly learned that. And up to the like I'm gonna tell you right now, I used to be like one of the shyest kids out there. I would literally be scared. And maybe because I've always been like scared of like getting punished or grounded or people saying no to me, right? Especially like teachers. Like I used to be so scared to just ask to go to the bathroom when I was a kid. I was so scared. And yeah, I used to be a really shy kid. I literally wouldn't even ask questions. When I had questions about like a subject in school, I literally wouldn't ask because I was scared of being called dumb and stuff like that. But then after a couple years, I've realized that that doesn't fucking matter. If you don't know something, that's okay. Okay, that's one of the things that helped me become more confident. But yeah, literally was so scared of literally asking a simple question. And I started building my confidence literally just by speaking more. Like literally asking more questions, talking with my teachers more. Because I used to be so scared, bro. And something that built up my confidence wasn't just that, but it was also lifting weights. I started lifting more weights. I started becoming more confident. And it's because lifting weights increases your testosterone. To become more confident, you also have to increase your testosterone. That is a given. If you want to be more confident, I'm telling you right now, increase your testosterone. Do things that increase your testosterone. Speak to beautiful women. It's scary. And if you're not at the level where you can speak to beautiful women, which I wasn't at for a little while, start lifting weights and become that type of guy. Believe in yourself. That's the third thing I would say. Believe in yourself. I started believing in myself. I started not giving a fuck what everybody thinks as well. And this way I become more confident. I read this book called what was it called? The Art of Not Giving a Fuck. And this book is really powerful. And ever since I read that book, bro, I've become a lot more confident. I recommend that you read this. It's called The Art of Not Giving a Fuck by I forgot the author's name. I haven't read this book in a while, honestly. But it was during my like 8th grade year. So when I was around 13, 14, when I started like gaining a lot more confidence by also becoming more popular at school through sports. So I started playing more sports. Trust me, if you actually get into a sport and actually try, which I started doing, I started trying, your confidence goes up because there's a lot of battles that you have to fight through to become the athlete that you want to become, the best athlete that you can become. There's a lot of mental battles more than physical ones. I went through a lot of mental battles of like getting up in the morning when I didn't want to. Doing the workout even though I didn't feel like it. These things build up your fucking confidence. You know why? Because you overcame a challenge. I overcame those challenges. And yes, sometimes I didn't even do shit. Sometimes I skipped the workout. I stopped midway. But the next day I came back and I understood, you know what? We're going to do better than yesterday. And you overcome a challenge this way. I overcame the challenge. And this is what built up my confidence. Because when you going up to a girl and speaking to her and you have like the workout, you're thinking like, or subconsciously, this is not like consciously, but your brain is already like gone through a hard challenge of like going through that fucking hard workout that your coach made you go through or that you made yourself go through when no one was watching. You have more confidence in your subconscious because you know you can overcome the challenges. And this increases your testosterone as well, right? But it's those, like, even though they look like small little workouts that are hard, even though like those things translate to everything in your life, you become more confident. That's what I started doing personally, and this helped me become more confident. Obviously, you gotta also consciously like tell yourself, I am more confident. I am a confident guy. I have high levels of testosterone. I am, and this is gonna sound cringe, but this is like for your own benefit. This is what's for my own benefit. I used to tell myself, I'm a high testosterone man. I'm an alpha male. And this sounds cringe. This sounds cringe. But again, what did I say earlier? It's about not giving a fuck what everybody else thinks. Because this is for my own benefit. And if you start doing it, it's going to be for your own benefit. I wouldn't judge you. Right? Because I used to be in your place. I used to be unconfident. I wouldn't judge you. I would literally encourage you to say those things to yourself. Because I've been in your position before. I used to be so unconfident. Now I literally speak to people with absolute certainty because I've gone through these workouts, because I've done, my accent slipped out a little bit. Because I'm literally I have enough confidence to speak to this camera because I've done these actions, because I've taken the action. Before this, bro, you can go to my old channels. I have other old channels. You can search up Ricardo Cervantes or Ricky Cervantes. And there's one where I'm flexing with my track uniform on. And you can go to my first video right there, bro. I literally, you can't even hear me speak. But I started. And ever since that, I've made so much progress that I can speak to a camera without being scared or anxious. But again, confidence takes work. You gotta trust the process. And yes, you're gonna be scared, but do not let your emotions influence or stop you from getting to the goal that you want. So if you want to become more confident, which is a goal, that's a great goal to have. That is a beautiful goal to have, because confidence is gonna bring you a better life. It's brought me a better life just because I'm more confident. And just by making this video, bro, I'm literally becoming more confident. It's just this little it's like a video game skill. You play well, I don't know, I didn't really play video games that required you to level up your skills. More I used to play Fortnite and stuff like that. But it's like getting that little tiny bit of XP in a video game, which translates to your skills of confidence, right? It's doing those little actions that seem pretty small, or the big actions as well, or the simple hi, hello, good morning, how you doing? Those simple things build up over time. I've done so many things that have accelerated how confident I've become, because I've done multiple things that increase your confidence because of my self-belief of I can do this. Because I don't give a fuck. Because I started also doing things that increase my testosterone. And all these things will increase your confidence. That's how I increase my confidence. And this is what I'm going to give you a little bit of advice here of how to do that. Right? Now that I've told you my story, I used to be shy. I'm telling you, I used to be so shy. Now I can easily raise up my hand and ask the teacher a question. Go to the bathroom. I can talk to girls with no problem. I have a girlfriend because of this. I'm an athlete that goes to big competitions as well. And I gotta keep my composure and be confident in myself that I'm gonna do good. And even if I don't, I understand that it's a learning lesson. And I don't give a fuck what other people think I did horrible. For me, in my own head, I'm thinking, this is for me to restart and do better on my next competition, my next one. My suggestion for you, and my advice, get into a sport. Especially one that you are going to be good at. Because don't get into a sport. This requires you to get out of your fucking bed and try things out. This required me to get out of the fucking video games and start trying things. I started trying more sports, and I started liking sports. And if you see potential in yourself, you got to try things, bro. And if you see potential, I saw potential myself, keep going. That's going to build up your confidence. It built my confidence up. I focused on my health, my testosterone, my fitness, all that. And that built my confidence up. I started speaking to girls and stuff like that. All those things are that boosted my confidence. At first, I wasn't good at those things, but once I kept going and didn't give up, I gained more confidence. And now, like, my life is a lot better. And there's still progress for me to make, right? There's still progress for me to make, but I am ahead of you. And because of the fact that I've been able to build up my confidence, I'm here making a video that can help you build up your confidence. All because I am confident enough to do this. So these are these are the lessons that I've learned. Yeah. So I've learned, get into a sport. Don't give up. Keep going forward. Learn. Talk to people. I've learned to not be scared. And even if you are scared, to still do the thing. Like, at first I was scared of making videos. At first I was scared of, like, oh, what if people find my channel from school and they say something. And then I'm like, you know what? This is about me. I know I can fucking do it, and it doesn't matter what people think about it. Because my life is gonna be better. Theirs, I don't really give a fuck about them. Because this is about me. And at first I'm not gonna be good at these things. But I'm gonna keep going fucking forward because I know I can do this shit. And that's what confidence is. That is what I learned confidence is. And my name is Ricky Cervantes, by the way. If you're new to the channel, my channel is pretty much like a self-improvement channel where I teach you or talk about the mistakes that I've made, how I've improved, or things I've learned through the mistakes that I've made, so you can have a better life. So you don't make the mistakes that I made. And I'm still improving. You're just improving as well. You're probably like a little bit lower than me, but that's okay. As long as you keep moving forward, you do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. You keep watching my videos, you keep watching educational, well, quote unquote educational. My content is not really just purely educational, but it's mostly like stories and little pieces of advice that I've learned from my own personal experience. As long as you keep going forward, bro, your life is gonna be better. Other than that, peace out. Do the hard work, especially when you feel like it.